So I'll be covering about lipoprotein metabolism, which is basically the transport of lipids throughout the body. First thing you need to know is lipids are a part of the membranes present in our body mostly, so they can easily pass through them, like the intestine. They can enter and exit cells, blood vessels very easily. So transport is not going to be much a problem with lipids, but the problem arises where uh, what lipid needs to go where, because lipids can basically go anywhere they want. And to regulate this, what our body does is it attaches proteins to this lipids, which act as unique ID cards. These ID cards are verified by guards, which are your receptors present in various organs, and when they recognize this ID card, they let that lipid enter the uh, cell or organ. If that protein part is not present, then the lipid won't enter the organ. So that's how whole of lipid metabolism works. Initially, about the different types of lipoproteins in our body are chylomicron, LDL, VLDL, and HDL. In very simple terms, chylomicron is going to help in transport of nutrients from intestine to liver. Basically, absorption. Okay, absorption. LDL and VLDL is going to help in distributing this fat when it's present in excess, and this HDL present is going to redistribute it back to the liver when it ever needs. And all of these are simultaneous processes, and they don't happen stepwise in the body. But in order for us to understand that, we are going to deal with them stepwise. So knowing a little bit about the types of metabolism, they vary mostly in the amount of lipids, triglycerides and cholesterol present in them, and the apoprotein present. More than the triglycerides and cholesterol, we need to focus on the apoproteins, because they are their unique identities which allows them entry into a specific cell. So there are various types of apoproteins, of which most important ones are ApoB48 and ApoB100. ApoB48 is present in chylomicrons, and it's being recognized by the liver for it to be distributed as VLDL, LDL, and ApoB100 is present in LDL and VLDL, which is liver distributing the excess fat to different parts of the body because it doesn't basically need it. And ApoC is present in HDL, which is basically very high density lipoprotein. So what high density is the protein content over here, and fat is much less in content, because body uses up fat in a very slow and steady state when there is no food available. So that's why fat, when it's distributed in bulk to different parts of the body, but when the liver needs it, it comes through HDL in very small amounts. So having all of this in your mind, let's go into the metabolism of lipoproteins. Basically, chylomicrons are being created in the intestine. They have ApoB48, which is recognized by the liver, and they go into the liver and split into triglycerides and cholesterol. So that is all chylomicron is going to do. What you should also know that HDL is your high density lipoprotein, right? So it has a lot of apoproteins within it. So whenever any other lipoprotein like chylomicron or LDL or VLDL collides with it, it's going to take up some of that apoprotein. Basically, it's your ID card giving person, HDL is, and LDL, VLDL and chylomicron take their ID cards from HDL. Okay, so that's about that. And VLDL and LDL are synthesized by the liver to different parts of the body. Adipocytes take in the triglycerides and cholesterol and save it up. And finally, HDL, it's just formed from different parts of the body, brings lipids to the liver, and it has a lot of apoproteins within them. If you look at the few of the textbooks diagram, they'll be really complicated, but this is what they are essentially trying to say. There are a lot of interconnections between them, which makes sense, but you need a lot of time, and I need to talk to like half an hour for me to understand, for me to teach you guys how all of that works, which I frankly don't have. So moving on to cholesterol metabolism. Cholesterol can be synthesized in our body from scratch. We need to know that. So it is synthesized from HMG-CoA. Now, if you know this HMG-CoA, it's a intermediate for ketone body synthesis. So if there's very less of energy and you don't have carbohydrates, you're going to go to ketone body metabolism. But when you have adequate carbohydrates, energy and all, you're going to go to cholesterol metabolism, which is going to start with malevolate, and then this is a very huge carbon compound from which ubiquinone is also formed. Ubiquinone is a part of electron transport chain, and then you transport, you get squalene, and then you get cholesterol, which is your precursor for your steroids, vitamin D, cell membranes, and bile acids. Basically, carbon is being manipulated to attain a specific form, which is cholesterol, and cholesterol is basically a simple lipid of its alcohol part, and only its lipid part is there, and that is being used to synthesize various hormones in our body. I guess this would do about cholesterol metabolism and lipoprotein metabolism. What's left is regulation of fat metabolism, and that would be the end of fats. Thank you.